Hello everyone, Don here again with the next update on the W.A.R Corsair project. As you can see, this weekend I was working on finishing up the control surfaces. These first two are the most outboard flaps that are out by the ailerons on the outer wing panel. The next two are the most inboard flaps that are up against the fuselage. The next curved two are the center flaps, which will be the outside flap of the center of the wing section. And then I got the two ailerons there and the elevator. I'm going to show you real quick. So the inboard flap goes here, here to here. The middle flap goes from there to there, and then that outboard flap comes out here on the with the ailerons. All right, it's getting pretty humid out here, but the rudder is also finished. That's done on both sides, and by the time I got done, that's all I got left for fiberglass. I mean, I used every bit up. So, but everything's got two full layers, front and back. For the most part, all the bottoms of these were done except for these two curved pieces. These two curved pieces I did all today. This morning I did the bottoms, and then this afternoon, just now, I finished the top. So this is the wettest ones. Those are still tacky. That's even less tacky. Ailerons are completely finished. This one here, got a piece of wax paper I put down because the seam on this foam parted because it was only with spray adhesive. So I had to put something on there, put a piece of foam on there and some 5-pound weights to keep that down. That glued up good. The only problem is it glued to the damn wax paper. Surprise, surprise. So the ailerons are done. All it needs now is final sanding. Sand everything out, cut open all these hinge points. All of them need that. The push rods hook into these holes, so these will all be routed out, hole drilled in through the sides. The same way you can see the push rod hooks there, and then those hook on the most inboard section. And then as you can see on the elevator, it is completely done front and back as well. I believe this side was already done from last season. And then I finished this up yesterday. And as you can see, I got the first coat. I got the heavy cake mix type slurry on here. So this will all be sanded out. Then I'll do the back side, and I'll get every one of these done. I think there's just some haze in my lens because it is humid out here, and this camera was in the house with the AC. So, but I spent all weekend working on this stuff. As you can see, the rudder, get around all my junk in here, the rudder's finished as well, both sides. So everything's ready for a light sanding, and then the micro balloons, the heavy cake mix slurry. And then that'll fill in basically the pores of the fabric that are still, you can still see the texture there. You can feel it, it's very small, but it'll fill in that and any low spots. There's a blister on that one, damn it. Have to deal with that. So, the slurry mix will be done. Those I was able to trim because they were done this morning, but these are still too tender to work on. I probably won't be able to cut them tonight. The humidity is climbing pretty good in here. It's at 84% right now, so it's not the most ideal. Just got done pouring down raining. It's been, it was like 90 degrees this morning before noon, but thankfully inside the garage it stays a lot cooler. Our outside is still wet, but at least it stopped raining. But it was pretty good thunderstorms going through here. So that's where I'm at this weekend, folks. I'm going to go ahead and probably trim these out tomorrow night after work, and then slurry mix I may throughout the week mix up some. Each one of these sides takes about 4 ounces of epoxy, and then you're looking at about volume wise probably 2 or 3 ounces of this, 1.5 of whatever the epoxy measures up to. It's like a half of a cup. I've got these little cups here. When it's 4 ounces, I don't know if these are 8-ounce cups or what. I just bought some more. Thought I was going to run out. Yeah, these are 9-ounce cups. So when you mix up 4 ounces put in another 4 ounces of powder, and then probably another 4 ounces. It's like 2 to 1. And that gives me this cake type consistency of this stuff. And this stuff sands real easy, and it weighs literally nothing. So maybe through the week I'll try and do some of that, get that slurry on these, because that's all got to be done. And then after they're all sanded down, then comes the epoxy wipe, where I just take raw epoxy, pour it on there and squeegee it on, and squeegee it all off with the rubber squeegee. So that's where I'm at this weekend. I was hoping to get them all done. Didn't expect to get them all done, but I did get them all done. All except for trimming. So, alright, that's going to do it for this week. Short update, but a lot of work. That was a big accomplishment. That was the last major construction for the airplane, short of the canopy. So the canopy is the last major component to be formed and fitted. These will take a little while to prep them, fill them, slurry them, put the epoxy wipe coat on there, sand them, prime them, paint them. So, which reminds me, I still need to buy some more of the non-specular sea blue, the dark blue. I don't have any more. So I need enough to paint basically all the tops. Everything on the top side has to be painted blue. The rudder gets the intermittent blue, which I already have that. And then the bottom of the elevator is underside insignia white. Bottom of the ailerons is the intermediate blue. The outboard flaps, intermediate blue. Bottoms of these are white. So we got white, white, intermediate blue, intermediate blue, intermediate blue. And then everything on top's dark blue, except for the rudder. Okay, as always, folks, feel free to leave any comments, questions, or concerns. I'll answer them as they come along. I appreciate everyone taking their time to watch my videos and leaving comments. So, where's the time keeps going, I'll try and get this thing finished up. So, alright folks, that's going to be it for this week's update. We'll see you again next weekend. This is Dino Don out.